Investment News. Hi guys, thank you for joining us today. We're doing a focus group and we're here to discuss about our opening sequence called Born in Somalia, Dead in England. Okay, so the plot of our opening sequence is that it follows the story of two sisters, one who's called Halima and the other called Samira, and it follows their lifestyle after the Paris attacks in 2015 and how society views Muslim people and the discrimination that they face on a daily basis.
Okay, so we wanted to ask you guys about our title. So, what do you guys think of the title, Born in Somalia, Dead in England? Like, if you hear the title, do you immediately think of immigration, about Islam?
It's quite impactful.
Yeah.
Okay, in what way?
Really deep,
Okay, yeah.
I think it's a title that would draw in some audience.
Okay, but if you were to change the title, maybe what ideas, do you have any ideas of like what it could be?
But then again, your title, it gives away.
Do you think it gives away too much?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand you.
Maybe like a little bit shorter.
A bit shorter? Okay then.
Like, what would you recommend?
Have you got any recommendations?
Unexpected tales of the sisters' names or something.
So like an unexpected tales of Halima and Samira.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Okay, we'll consider it. Yeah.
So from like the film title, would you like assume the genre of the film is about?
I wouldn't. Okay, well for me, I do definitely think it may have something to do with religion.
Mhm.
And action.
Violence.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, because when you think of Dead in England, you think something like
Negativity.
yeah, it's gonna happen.
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
For some reason, it gives me like a sense of
yeah.
crime as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Okay, so another question is, if you were to make your own immigration movie or film, what type of plot do you think it should have, or maybe like where the location should be, and what type of characters? Maybe we can go in a circle. No, not a circle, but like in the line. So David.
I think that in terms of the location, you want to put in a location where a person who's like maybe just coming from England, just sort of lives in like in a poor background in an estate kind of area, maybe to represent that they don't have much luxury in their lives.
Okay, what about you, Jamal? Have you got any ideas?
I think you'd have to set it somewhere where a lot of like migrants come to live in the UK or whatever country you're filming. Like for example, like there's a lot of Mexican people living in like Los Angeles.
Yeah. Okay. What about you guys?
I mean, initially, I think you should start with something quite drab and looks like you're really living in poverty.
Oh, okay.
So dark, dingy backgrounds and. Because I mean, if you're coming from another country to here and you're an immigrant or migrant, I don't suppose you come with money, depending on your circumstances.
Have you got any ideas, Christine? No?
Oh, I just agree with this friend.
Okay.
Whatever she's gonna say, I'm gonna agree with as well. Oh, okay.
What, Pauline? What have you got any ideas?
So.
It's alright if you don't. Okay, so another question we have is the idea that racism and people being discriminated for their religion and stuff like that, do you think that it still exists in today's society?
Yes, definitely.
Have you seen examples yourself, or is it?
Trump having the 90-day ban for Muslims.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And trying to build a wall.
So Mexico and making Mexico pay for the wall.
Okay.
We see like an example of it in like the UK.
Yeah, the Brexit vote is actually controlling immigration and like so kind of limiting the amount of people coming in.
Do you think immigration's a... Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think, in terms of like the whole immigration issue, I think that Brexit, the whole Brexit vote caused like people to be like angry people who are, let's say, like outside the UK, because they think, oh, they're taking our jobs, they're taking everything that we've worked hard for. So it exists today in a bigger scale.
Okay, so another question we have is the location we're filming in. Have you got any ideas where it should be in? Where we should be filming? Because what we're doing is we're filming it in my house, which is like an estate. So maybe we're thinking maybe people will think, like people that are from like different countries will come in here and they won't have a lot of money, so
I think it's a good idea, to be honest.
It's like, yeah, because you haven't got much money to afford such a grand,
yeah.
luxurious area. You're probably gonna have to stick with something you can deal with.
Yeah.
You should just film it how it really is living in London or the UK.
Where you have a lot of people around you, surrounding you.
Yeah.
Conditions.
Dark.
Poverty. It's basically what it is.
Okay, cool. So another question we have is, have you got any questions?
Should we go to BSR?
BSR, yeah. We
So
should.
do you guys know what BSR stands for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not a media student, do you know what BSR stands for?
Okay, what do you think it stands? Well, it stands. Wait, the letters mean British social realism. What do you guess from that? Like, what type of movies do you think?
Negativity.
So, but what do you mean by negativity?
Genre in a film.
So what type of, do you know like what type of themes maybe?
Wait, what's it called again?
BSR, so British social realism.
Oh, I think it's like being quite clear and it's like seeing Britain for what it really is. And
Okay, have you watched any British social realisms
I've
yourself?
seen a few on TV.
Haven't seen any.
So I mean, like Top Boy's kind of like one.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And then like Adulthood and Otherhood. So all of those kind of put together kind of just show you like
What life is in Britain.
being like this type of race or this religion
Or that one.
and how society really perceives you to actually be.
Do you think our film can be like fit into that type of category? Like
Yeah,
with
I mean, because don't forget there's like asylum seekers coming from Syria and Libya, and then there are people who are coming over as refugees due to their countries.
Are those? Do you enjoy watching British social realism movies often?
I mean, it's interesting because it just shows you the mass stereotype which lots of people in Britain do have against other people.
What about you guys? Do you enjoy watching British social realism films?
Yeah.
Sometimes, because sometimes you can take it to like, an extent where you kind of think that looks too much.
So you think it's a bit unrealistic?
Sometimes it's realistic.
When have you seen it?
films, like,
Yeah.
what examples?
I don't think Wild Bill's realistic that much. But
And
like,
what makes it?
Fish Tank is more realistic.
It's Kidulthood.
Like, Kidulthood.
Yeah.
Kidulthood, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like one episode of that, so
Kidulthood. Oh, okay.
It's a film.
It's a film. That's all.
Yeah, it's a film. Yeah. And it's like, it's not every day there was always like an obstacle or problem. There is, but it's like a gradual one.
So you think
It's not
it's
like
like
a
stereotypical.
Yeah.
But then I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but then I also, because like, I don't live the life of a trapper.
Yeah.
So roadman, so I wouldn't really know what goes on. It's just interesting.
Do you think that a typical Londoner will go through the type of things that will happen in like?
Depends what you say, typical Londoner.
Okay, what do you think is?
it depends on their lifestyle.
Because a typical Londoner is someone who's quite cockney, they're from Hackney, they don't drive taxis, but you know, they kind of sound like those people who drive taxis. They
Yeah.
but yeah, you're right, mate.
Right? Oh, blimey.
Okay.
So do you think
Yeah.
that's your perception of like the stereotypical Londoner, or how other people would perceive Londoners?
Well, it may be personal because when you say London, London's kind of big. You got North London, South London,
Different
East,
regions,
and
yeah.
the different regions, and in those different regions,
Different
the
boroughs.
the Londoners vary quite differently.
Do you think that our film represents a majority of London, or is it just like a small part? From like the fact that it's about immigration and people seeking asylum, do you think that represents the whole of London? Maybe.
I feel like it could go from a small part to a big part depending on how you lay it out or set it out.
How do you think we should?
Because you said the original title was Born in Somalia, Dead in London.
England, yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, right.
Somalia is a small country, right?
Kinda, yeah.
And
But it's a
then
bit
it
bigger
goes
than
to
the UK,
London,
so.
so it's like more of a diverse place where there's a lot of multicultural people. There's a lot of racism going on and all that. So it's more of a England per se would be a big country.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. So if you were to see our film in maybe the cinema, would you go and see it?
Maybe, but I mean, from what I've heard so far, you know, they're two sisters who are immigrated from Somalia to the UK. I think it's really good, but I feel like there's like a lot more that you could put in there.
Have you got any ideas?
So, you know, their journey, I know you obviously speak about their backstory, then their journey, then what it's like to be in the UK, but then the obstacles they have to face, because, you know, watching news reports, it's not easy for a migrant to come over, and there's still people who are sleeping in Calais 100 days now waiting to try and move somewhere. So it's a very deep story, and it really relates to what's going on.
Because there's some conflict in our short film. So we have someone coming up to the two sisters and saying rude remarks to them, telling them to go back to their country. Do you think that type of thing happens in today's society?
Very much so, yeah.
It probably happens every day, but we don't know it and we don't experience it yet.
Okay, yeah.
Or we don't see it as often.
Okay, yeah. How would you advertise? How would you advertise our short film? Yeah.
In what way?
Again.
You mean like marketing it
Yeah.
to the public?
Yeah.
I would say through maybe YouTube ads. So like when someone wants to watch something, it'll be a previous ad, and then it'll be like
They're the ones that you can't skip as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
the whole duration
Yeah.
to actually go, and then you have
Do you think a lot of people would want to watch it? Like, what group of people do you think would enjoy watching a movie about the two sisters?
So obviously personal identification where you can relate to it. Like you're either that age group, that same religion, or like an immigrant, something along the lines of that. Maybe the same class as well.
And I think some people who also live in the country as well, because they're sort of like in this situation as well, and it'd be nice for like other people who are like native to this country to like learn what's really going on.
Okay. Thank you guys for your time.
Welcome!
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's great. Are you asleep?